Pay attention, because what I'm going to share will change how women see and respect you. Have you ever felt like you're always being tested, ignored, or seen as an option instead of a priority? You might be making some big mistakes without even knowing it. Many men go through life not understanding what truly earns respect. They believe that being overly nice, giving constant compliments, or trying too hard to please women will make them more appealing. However, it usually doesn't work. Instead, it makes them look weak and unworthy of respect. Women respect men who are confident and self-assured, not those who seek approval. There is a big difference between these two kinds of men. It all comes down to some basic rules. These principles, timeless, unshakable, and proven over centuries, distinguish the weak from the strong and the ignored from the respected. These principles were followed by the greatest minds in history, men like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and today they hold the key to unlocking your power as a man in the modern world. But here's the day they hold the key to unlocking your power as a man in the modern world. But here's the catch. If you ignore them, you'll keep making the same mistakes that push women away, damage your confidence, and lower your self-worth. However, if you embrace them, you'll gain something far more valuable than just attraction. You'll earn respect from women, from other men, and most importantly, from yourself. Now, let's be clear, this is not about manipulation, tricks, or playing games. This is about embodying the mindset of a man who doesn't seek approval, doesn't fear rejection, and doesn't compromise his values just to please others. It's about becoming the type of man who naturally commands attention without even trying. But be warned, some of these principles will challenge everything you thought you knew about relationships and attraction. They will force you to unlearn the behaviors that society has conditioned you to believe are right, when in reality, they're the very things making you weak in the eyes of women. And here's the most important part. If you stay with me until the end, I'll reveal the one principle that is the foundation of the one thing that, if you master, will shift everything in your favor. It's the one principle that, once understood, separates ordinary men from truly exceptional ones. So stay focused, because what you're about to learn will give you an undeniable edge in life. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of your transformation. Now let's get into the first principle that every intelligent man must follow to earn respect from women. The first concept is simple but usually overlooked. Don't look for approval from others. When you seek approval from a woman, you give away your power. A strong man doesn't ask if she likes him, he asks if he respects himself. A man who earns respect knows his worth, unlike one who seeks it. Women can tell when a man is confident and secure versus when he seeks constant approval. They don't respect men who try too much to please them or put them on a high perch. Instead, they respect men who are focused on their own goals and lives. Marcus Aurelius said it very well. You have control over your thoughts, not what happens around you. Understand this and you will feel stronger. Stop worrying about her opinion of you. Instead, focus on becoming a guy you can respect, and you will see everything change. The second concept is managing your emotions. Feelings guide weak men, but strong men control them. Think about how often you've seen a guy respond without thinking when a woman challenges him. He might get upset, angry, or anxious for confirmation. This is the quickest way to lose her respect. Women assess men to check their stability. If you react strongly to every challenge, it shows you are not strong. A stoic person stays calm and does not get caught up in unnecessary drama. They focus on what is important and do not seek attention or approval from others. They also do not give in to pressure. Seneca said that if something outside bothers you, the pain comes not from the thing itself, but from how you see it. When a woman pulls away, ignores you, or acts coldly, remember this perspective. Mind games. A weak man gets scared. A strong person stays calm because they understand that their value doesn't rely on others' attention. By managing your emotions, you can influence how every contact goes. The third concept is having a purpose that is bigger than any individual woman. Many men make a mistake by focusing all their attention on a woman, making her their main goal for happiness. When they do this, they can start to feel unimportant or easily replaced. A man without a clear path in life is not appealing because he depends on others for his self-worth. Relationships do not easily affect a Stoic guy's strong sense of purpose. This doesn't mean he ignores women. Rather, he doesn't make them the center of his life. Guys who are working towards their goals and pursuing their dreams tend to attract women. Epictetus advised individuals to first contemplate their aspirations and then take the necessary steps to achieve them if they lack a clear path. Your feelings will depend on how a woman treats you. Focus on building your own life first, and the right woman will want to join you. The fourth principle is to embrace being alone. A weak man can't be by himself and quickly moves from one relationship to another, looking for comfort and avoiding self-reflection. In contrast, the strongest men in history have used solitude as a way to grow. Being able to be alone, think clearly, and develop yourself without outside distractions is what makes the women admire guys who are self-sufficient and don't require constant praise or attention. When you are at ease with yourself, you show a confidence that attracts others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful and free of interruptions than your own soul." Instead of always chasing, the fifth principle is about setting boundaries and not accepting disrespect. Many men struggle with this. They let women test their limits and behave poorly because they're afraid of losing her. However, a man who values himself doesn't accept disrespect from anyone. If she plays games, disrespects your time, or ignores you, just walk away without any hesitation. A calm man knows that his inner peace is more important than any relationship. Seneca, someone once said, "He who is brave is free." Freedom means realizing that you don't have to put up with anything that isn't good for you. A weak man fears losing a woman, but a strong man fears losing his self-respect. That is the ultimate power. The sixth concept is to never put a woman ahead of your own self-respect. Many men make the mistake of sacrificing their respect to maintain a woman's interest, thereby accepting poor treatment. Ignoring warning signs and accepting lackluster efforts just because you're afraid of losing her can backfire. The truth is, when you value a woman more than yourself, you start to seem unimportant to her. Women respect men who have standards and are ready to leave if they aren't appreciated. A strong man doesn't plead for respect. He stands firm by not giving up his beliefs. Marcus Aurelius said to stop wasting time fighting about what a decent person should be. Instead, just be a good person. If a woman ignores you, doesn't put in the same effort, or plays with your feelings, it's best to move on. The best thing you can do is simply walk away. You can't make someone respect you. You show it through what you do. The seventh concept is to always take the lead. A man who doesn't take charge will always have to follow. Women tend to respect leadership and are often attracted to men who make choices, take action, and show confidence. A weak person hesitates, asks for permission, and often looks for encouragement. In contrast, a strong person acts confidently and doesn't need approval to make decisions. Epicurus said that a person is not truly free unless they can control themselves. Mastering yourself means being in charge of situations and leading interactions confidently. When you enter a room, your presence should show that you are in control. Women respect confident, action-oriented men, not those who wait for others. The eighth concept is to avoid looking for fairness in attraction. Many men feel frustrated because they think that if they are kind, polite, and put in effort with a woman, she should return their feelings. However, attraction doesn't work like that. Women don't choose men based on who deserves them. They choose men who make them feel strong emotions. A weak man argues about this idea. Life is not fair, and a strong person knows that desire is not based on logic, it's instinctive. A wise person doesn't look for fairness, they look for the truth. Seneca said that fate guides those who are willing and pulls along those who are not. If you refuse to accept the truth about attraction, you will remain confused and frustrated. Stop expecting women to act the way you think they should. Instead, learn to understand how they really behave. When you accept the reality of women's nature, you stop feeling entitled and start becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts attention. The ninth concept is to always be ready to walk away. Nothing makes a man weaker than staying in a situation that isn't good for him. When a man stays in a bad relationship, puts up with disrespect, or feels afraid, it can really harm him. When a man loses a woman, he loses his power. However, the strongest person in any situation is the one who can leave whenever they want. This isn't about deceit, it's about maintaining a positive outlook. Having confidence that you will be okay without a woman makes you more attractive. Marcus Aurelius said that you have control over your thoughts, not over things that happen outside of you. Understanding this can give you strength. A person who is ready to leave a situation is powerful because they are not afraid, while weak people let fear control them. When you realize that your value does not depend on any woman, relationship, or outside approval, you become truly free. The 10th and final principle is that you should not rely on a woman for your happiness. This is an important change in thinking. Many men spend their lives hoping to find the right woman who will make them happy and solve their problems, but true happiness comes from within yourself. A Stoic man understands that his fulfillment does not come from external sources, it comes from within. Epictetus said no great thing is created suddenly any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you are not already fulfilled as a man, no relationship will change. That women do not respect men who rely on them for purpose, they respect men who are already complete men, who have built something of value in their lives, men who live with passion and conviction. The moment you realize that your happiness is your responsibility, you take back the power that so many men give away. Now that you know the 7 Stoic principles that separate weak men from truly respected ones, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Because understanding these principles is one thing, but living by them is what truly sets you apart. Most men will hear this and continue making the same mistakes. They'll keep chasing validation, reacting emotionally, tolerating disrespect, and wondering why they're always overlooked. But you are different. You've watched this movie until the end because you want to change. You're tired of just waiting and hoping for things to improve. You want to be someone who makes things better. But let's be realistic. This won't be an effortless journey. Society has instilled in men the belief that emotional presence is crucial and that elevating women to a pedestal is the path to love and respect. However, true respect comes from self-improvement and real attraction comes from not needing it. Women don't respect men who complain. They don't want men who seek their approval all the time. They prefer men with a strong sense of purpose beyond just the relationship. Women respect men who are confident, who can take charge, and who know when to walk away. These men are happy on their own or with someone else. So, think about who you want to be. Do you want to stay the same, stuck in old habits and wondering why you don't get the respect you want? Or are you ready to embrace your true potential? The truth is, you already have what you need. You just have to start acting like it. Here's how to begin. Start setting boundaries right away. Don't tolerate disrespectful behavior anymore. Don't look for approval from others. Instead of making women your main focus, focus on yourself. When you change your way of thinking, your life will change too. If this message speaks to you, keep going. This is just the start. Hit that subscribe button now. We're creating a community of men who refuse to be weak and won't settle. We're focused on mastering ourselves in every area of life. Like this video if you're ready to embrace these ideas and change your mindset. Comment below about the mistakes you've noticed in other men or even in yourself. The first step to growing is being aware, and the more men we reach, the stronger we all become. Also, share this with a man who needs to hear it. You never know how it might help him. This isn't just about dating or relationships. It's about becoming a man who earns respect in all areas of life, a man who leads and inspires others. Chase, be a strong person who stays steady in any situation. That person is you. The question is, are you ready to be that person? If that's the case, keep watching because there are more lessons coming and your journey is just starting.